Lots more to come from O'Toy, and indeed the best yet to come, with the feature race coming up at 2:40. We'll bring you as much of those live as we can, but we don't want to clash with Market Rasen, because we've got the first race coming up there at 1:10, the First Security Solutions Juvenile Hurdle, 2 miles won, 8 hurdles, 5 runners, and I would imagine a very short favourite. Zamoyski at 2-11. I thought it might be short. I didn't think he'd be that short. 7-1, No Not Now. Dennis at 12s with Tiger Roll. Last Chance Ranch, 66-1.
Just the 5 runners then in this opening juvenile hurdle, and a red-hot favourite in Zamoyski. I would agree with David. I thought he'd be short. I didn't think he'd be quite this short.
No, but I suppose he was comfortably the best of these that ran on the flat, and of course he's the one with the hurdling experience, and that was a good race at Wetherby. There were representatives from many of the top yards, and several of them seemingly fancied. And
listed contest as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And he didn't manage to win it, but he acquitted himself perfectly reasonably in finishing third. I thought the winner was tremendously impressive, the Henderson horse, but he kept at it to finish third, and that would be a creditable enough start and good enough to win an average juvenile hurdle, you would think. Again, whether taking 5s on or even shorter is your idea of an easy way of making money on the basis of one go already is another matter, but in theory he should win.
Did you like him in the paddock?
Yeah, I did. He's quite a nice looking individual.
Of the others, Tim Easterby saddles 2 of them, No Not Now and Dennis. No Not Now had slightly the bigger rating, and to me has the more favourable profile.
Yes, he's got plenty of size, and he looked pretty keen for this. I dead heated on his debut, which was a good effort, and he's run okay in handicaps up to 1.5 miles, hasn't he? Yet to face anything worse than soft ground, good ground though.
Dennis was more of a 7-furlong horse on the flat, and could be a bit keen as well, so stamina could be an issue for him.
Yep, it could well be. Soft ground he seems to handle, and there's the breeding gives you 2 ways in, doesn't it? Because there's some, you've got Captain Dibble in there somewhere, but the sire was a sprinter, so it's sort of mixed messages about his chances of actually getting the trip.
Last Chance Ranch was rated a mere 41 on the flat, more seen on the all-weather. But the other horse we've never seen, nobody's ever seen before, Tiger Roll, unraced. Nice pedigree by Authorised.
Very, very. 70,000 guineas as a foal, 10,000 guineas this summer. And no one's still seen him, because he walked around the paddock with the largest blanket I've ever seen on a horse. I mean, you could barely tell that he had 4 legs, Tom, let alone what sort of condition he was in.
2-11 then is Zamoyski. No Not Now is the second favourite, the one of 2 Tim Easterby runners. Harry Haynes on board, and this horse has apparently schooled quite nicely at home, Tim was saying yesterday at Doncaster. Starter goes up to his rostrum. Let's go up for the first time this afternoon and say a warm welcome to Malcolm Tomlinson.
Thank you, Tom. Good afternoon, everybody. Runners just been called out onto the racecourse, as you heard. 2 miles and a furlong in front of them. They jump 8 flights of hurdles in total. They're turning in to face the starter. Walking in, and they're off. And Zamoyski is the first to begin as they go down towards the first of 8 flights of hurdles. Zamoyski in the green with the orange chevron, horse in a noseband, in front by a couple of lengths to No Not Now in the check jacket, racing towards the outside of the newcomer Tiger Roll in the red with the blue crossbelts. A couple of lengths behind those Last Chance Ranch towards the outside, and Dennis is the overall back marker, and that one's about 6 lengths off the leader, which is Zamoyski, as they travel towards the end of the back straight for the first time. Zamoyski taking a little bit of a grip in front under Richard Johnson, leads up by just over a couple of lengths to No Not Now, and Harry Haynes travelling sweetly in second, half a length back to Tiger Roll racing in third, and then Last Chance Ranch in the yellow jacket with the green sleeves and a yellow cap, and Dennis in similar colours, the yellow with the green braces and striped sleeves at the back of the field. Turning right-handed to head back towards the home straight then. The next flight is flight number 2, the first of the 2 flights down the home straight, and Zamoyski shows the way by a couple of lengths to No Not Now, sitting towards the outside of Tiger Roll. A similar margin back to Dennis, who's towards the inner, and Last Chance Ranch. Now the back mucker, Oligana's got that about 5 or 6 off the leader, which continues to be Zamoyski. So heading off towards flight number 2 then. Zamoyski's at it now. Just stutters at it a little bit, but gets over okay to No Not Now in second. Tiger Roll jumped towards the far side. Then Dennis and Last Chance Ranch. So they take the flight which will be the last in the circuit's time. That was flight 3. And they've all taken it okay. So heading up towards us with just over a circuit to travel in the first Security Solutions juvenile hurdle race. And Zamoyski lobs along on a tight rein, leading up by a couple of lengths to Tiger Roll towards the inside of No Not Now. And Last Chance Ranch and Dennis still in the rear of this 5-runner field. Past the enclosures they go. They're about to swing the right-handed turn, which carries them towards the back stretch. 3 flights of hurdles down the back and 2 in the home straight, so 5 left to negotiate in total. And there's no change in the order and no marked increase in the tempo so far. Zamoyski still in front. The lead's about 2.5 lengths to Tiger Roll racing second. A half length back to No Not Now racing in third. 2 lengths behind that to Dennis, and a further 3 parts to Last Chance Ranch, who's just getting a little bit of a squeeze towards the back of the pack from Oligana. So down towards the flight opposite the grandstands. This is flight number 4, and Zamoyski led by a couple of lengths to Tiger Roll and No Not Now. Nothing to choose between those 2 for second. 2.5 back to Dennis, and a gap of 3 lengths to the worked-on Last Chance Ranch in the rear of the field. Heading down towards their next flight of hurdles. Flight number 5, the middle one down the back. No Not Now just ballooned that a little bit towards the outside, but no damage done. And now they pass their point of departure and head off towards flight number 6, which is 3 flights of hurdles from home. Zamoyski's made all so far and is still there by just over a length to No Not Now racing second. Tiger Roll back in third. Dennis for 4th, and Last Chance Ranch is plodding on in 5th position as the leader goes towards the end of the back stretch. Zamoyski's in front, but the lead's down to about a half length. Tiger Roll and No Not Now both trying to close in as they leave the back stretch behind them. 3 lengths back to Dennis and a couple more to Last Chance Ranch. So they continue swinging right-handed quite a long time before they'll leave the ground again at 2 flights of hurdles from home. Zamoyski just gets a tap down the shoulder from Richard Johnson, but still travels okay. Tiger Roll's running a big race in second on his racecourse debut. No Not Now 3 deep of those trying to get involved. Off the turn and down the straight they come. Zamoyski having to be shaken up, and Tiger Roll's gone on. Tiger Roll's hit the front. No Not Now is now going through for second. Zamoyski's not really picking up in third. Then Dennis in 4th. Down towards the second last flight of hurdles they go, and Tiger Roll for Mark Quinlan has opened up by a couple of lengths to No Not Now and Harry Haynes in second. Zamoyski's back in third. Then Dennis. Here's the second last. Tiger Roll stepped at it but got away by a couple of lengths. No Not Now didn't jump it fluently in second. Zamoyski next, then Dennis. Here's the final flight for Tiger Roll, and he jumped that well and gets away by 4 to 5 lengths to No Not Now in second. He's picked up the Persuader on the leader, Tiger Roll, but he's got a lead of 5 lengths to No Not Now in second. Zamoyski back in third, racing inside the final half. Tiger Roll on his racecourse debut for trainer Nigel Hawke. Jockey Mark Quinlan will go on to land the opener. Tiger Roll's gone on to cause a bit of a shock here. In second is No Not Now. Zamoyski only third in front of Last Chance Ranch and Dennis.
Well, a shocker in our opening race. Zamoyski, the long odds-on favourite, gets well turned over, and Tiger Roll, who had never run on the flat, makes a winning hurdling debut under Mark Quinlan for Nigel Hawke. Could be a big day for Nigel Hawke. He's also got Mr. Wiseman later on. He's also done it well.
Hasn't he? Well, we couldn't see him in the paddock, but you could certainly see him on the track, couldn't you? He has done this well. I thought he travelled well throughout. He picked up Zamoyski when asked without any trouble. Hurdling was largely okay. What more could you ask? You know, first time he's ever seen a racecourse and off to a winning start.
I mean, for a horse who has never run in any sort of race, he was quite professional in every aspect.
Yeah, when he came into the paddock, he just sort of had a little look around for about 2 seconds, and then he behaved himself after that. It just sort of acclimatising to his surroundings. But yeah, he's it's not a yard you'd normally associate with Sheikh Mohammed Kirstoffs and juvenile hurdlers first time out. But I suspect there's been a minor little touch landed with this, and well done if it has.
Leader there's the Moisky, the odds-on favourite. A little bit keen in the early stages. Not that you could contribute that to the way he ran, but he was just on it a little bit early on.
He was. I mean, not surprising that Richard Johnson wanted to make the running. The last thing you want to do on a very short price horse is leave yourself open to other people messing around. So he's made the running. He didn't jump particularly well. He fiddled around a few, jumped slightly out to his left. He just hasn't given his running, has he,
No.
for whatever reason? I mean, in the end, he's only just beaten Last Chance Ranch, who really has shown nothing as a flat horse. So you can't assume that Zamoyski's run anywhere near either his flat form or the form of his Weatherby race. Hopefully something will come to light.
No, Not Now shaped pretty well, I thought.
Yeah, yes. I mean, he's clear second best. He's given chase.